Hello guys, welcome to Captain Dorja's Armory. This is Captain Dorja. We're going to be taking a look at a replay in the Jagdtiger. This was from a couple of nights ago when I was platooned up with Nab and Crewdog. I showed a couple of replays from that night already in the coordinated aggression video, and this was from the same night in the same platoon. Nab is in his ST1 STI, and Crewdog's in his T54. Nab's trying to upgrade his STI until he gets the top gun. So right now he's got the BL9 on there, gun from the IS-3, great on a tier 8, doesn't quite get the job done on a tier 9. I of course am in the mighty Jagdtiger. Now I haven't played the Jagdtiger too much since I get the Jagdpanzer E100, but I'm playing it right now. This is such a strong tank destroyer. Amazing gun. One of the best guns in the game. I don't care about power creep. This gun is phenomenal. And also, it's actually pretty well armored. So, we're going to see if we can put the Jagdtiger to work. We're looking for a shot on that Type 59. If we can hit him, we'll devastate him. But you can see there, even with .32 accuracy, .33 accuracy, we miss. But that's not going to stop us. We're going to aim again. Looking for our shot, looking for our shot. You can see Crewdog up ahead of me, his T-54. And we fire again, but it doesn't look like we hit anything. Crewdog's taking a couple of hits from that T-34. You can see Nab's gone into the town with his ST1. Looks like he's trying to play some defense. So I decided to advance a little bit. I'm going to try and take cover behind these pipes, but they're actually too tall. I can't get my gun over them. So if I want to do anything, I need to move up farther. I don't want to move up too far though, because then I'll just give my flank to this WZ-120. And you can see his gun is very powerful. He just shoots me in the upper plate and penetrates. Although, honestly, his gun's powerful enough that he can just shoot me in the upper plate and penetrate. So we see the enemy T-21, and at this point I was not excited. I thought I was probably going to die. And a little bit of failed driving right there by me. But luckily for me, the T-21 is more failed than I am. And so he just sits there while I turn around and blast him in the face. Unfortunately, the enemy team, I'm not sure why I just said unfortunately, but whatever. The enemy team is capping the base, and you can see Nab over there is alone, and he's got some very serious enemy opposition. Crewdog's gone to go help him, but, you know, right now Nab's just up against a T-29, but there's an E-75 and a Waffenträger Panzer IV around there, and an unupgraded STI is going to have a really hard time taking out an E-75. But I've got things to worry about on my own end. We need to push our attack on this flank, or we're going to lose this battle. And I'm looking for a shot on the WZ-120, but not getting anything. So I decided to just man mode this T-34. So we put a shot into the T-34 and kill him. And that Type 59 is coming up behind me, so I want to keep moving. Honestly, I want to keep pressing an attack forward and see if I can just basically charge through these guys. So I fire at the artillery on the move and miss, but I'm really a lot more concerned about the WZ-120. I'm thinking, you know, that Panther or whatever, that Panther, he can take the arty. I'll take care of the tier 9 medium, and then get on to the more important business of pushing into the cap. Now at this point, with Nab by himself in the city fighting those guys, the enemy team 2-person capping, and the kind of opposition I'm about to run into when I break through this wall, especially down 6 kills to 9, I basically have conceded defeat at this point, and I just want to be aggressive and get as much damage as I can before this match ends, because I don't want to lose money. And if I do more damage, I'll get more money. Also, I'll get more crew experience. And I actually have a pretty crappy crew in my Jagdtiger. So we aggressively cut down the Chi-Ri, and at this point I saw somebody's moved out of the capture circle, and that whoever just moved out of the cap circle or whoever just got shot or whatever, that actually has got our team back in the game. And I now have a full minute to get to the capture circle and shoot one guy. And the Jagdtiger is actually not that slow. So we are going to just hard charge around this corner and see what we can kill. The Waffenträger Panzer IV is spotted. He's also got a really dangerous gun, so I shoot at him first. Now the IS-3 hasn't been reset yet. He's on low health, so let's shoot the IS-3. And there you go. We actually got quite a bit of reset out of that, but there's a whole bunch more enemy tanks arriving. The AT-15 hasn't been reset yet. I can easily pen him. So we reset the AT-15. That's got the cap back down to 36. And at this point, I'm still thinking the game is lost. I don't know why. So I'm not actually angling my armor or side scraping at all. And this AT-15 is just nailing me. And right about now, when I'm down to 340 health, Nab asked me why I wasn't side scraping. And you can see that I start trying to side scrape right then, once it's kind of too late. So the AT-15 kills me. But not before I dealt 5,000 damage, got a Top Gun, and came back and reset the cap. So that actually ended up being an accidental come-from-behind victory from the jaws of defeat. And if I remember correctly, this 1390 is about to just clean the clock of this Panther II, but I don't remember. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of my participation in this battle, and we do go on to win. I can't remember what happens. The 1390's got a busted engine, though, so he's not going anywhere fast. And Super Pershings are not the strongest tanks out there, so I remember being very nervous about what was going to happen. But anyway, the thing that was most weird about this battle was it had basically gotten to the point in the match where I'd pretty much conceded defeat. Our team was going to lose. The enemy was going to either kill us all or just cap the base. So I decided to go full-on aggressive mode just because I wanted to deal more damage and try and get higher rewards for the defeat. And as it turned out, the fact that I decided to just go hyper-aggressive and the fact that when the cap got to like 85%, one of the enemy tanks drove out of it. That allowed us to turn the tide of the game, and we actually came back and won. So, yeah, it was just a really weird game. How often do you get an accidental victory? I mean, I can tell you that I play this game to win, and I play this game a lot. And, you know, I do my best to win the game all the time. So, getting to the point where you're like, oh, we lost, whatever, and ending up getting an accidental victory, which is what just happened, is so unusual that I just couldn't believe it. So let's take a look at some post-game stats. There you can see victory, 4,010 experience for the double, managed to get the Top Gun, which is nice, and 91,908 credits. Taking a look at the Litany of Destruction, you can see we put 3 hits into the WZ. We detected this M4043 but didn't do anything to him. Good hit into this enemy AT-15. Good hit into the T-34. Good hit into this Panther II. We detected the Leopard prototype, or the Leopard prototype. That is not a Leopard prototype. We detected the Leopard and got some spotting damage. We got some spotting damage on the Waffenträger, and we also put a big hit into him. Bunch of spotting damage for that Type 59. Good hit on the IS-3. 2 good hits and some spotting damage for the E-75. More spotting damage for the T-21, plus a hit into him. And 2 hits onto the Chi-Ri. So if we sort the match by damage, we can see that I managed 5,469, plus 6 kills and 1337 unmodified experience, which is really good. A little unfortunate for this AT-15. He managed 1362 on modified experience on a defeat, so he must have had an absolute monster of a game. Yeah, he did have a really good game. So that sucks for him that they lost, but whatever. I'm not really that upset about it. Pretty good game out of our Super Pershing. 2200 damage from one of those is not too bad. 2000 damage for the 1390, not too bad. Nab fighting very outnumbered and with a weak gun for what he was having to fight. Put down a pretty good showing at 1876 damage. Not the best game for Crew Dog in his T-54, but he'd put some pretty hard carries down on me. So if he doesn't do so well, that's just too bad. Nab taking a lot of potential damage here with the STI as well, which is definitely good because he actually held on just long enough to allow circumstances to come together for us to eke out the victory. So that was definitely nice. If we take a look at the detailed report, you can see that we fired 15 times, 13 hits, and of those 12 penetrations, which is nice. We received 14 hits, 8 of which penetrated. And like Nab said, when I fought the AT-15, I should have been side-scraping, but I was still in defeat is inevitable mode for some reason, so I wasn't really concerned about preserving my health, which was weak play on my part. I should not have died. Yeah, so at the point where Nab said anything to me, it was already too late, and I was like, herp-de-derp, I'm stupid. So yeah, 8 penetrations, not ideal, but we still survived 3,000 potential damage, which isn't too bad. We managed to get 1,161 spotting damage and 67 base defense points, which is really nice. Somebody, I think, got a Defender medal out of that. Why does it not say? Oh well, I'm not that worried about it. 57,685 profit. Definitely nice to make that much profit on a tier 9 tank destroyer, especially one that fires pretty expensive ammo at a pretty fast rate like the Jagdtiger. So with that big ammo resupply bill, making a big profit is nice. And 2005 experience, so 4,010 for the double. Definitely a fun battle. The Jagdtiger's a really strong tank destroyer. I don't play it that much anymore, which is too bad because it is just absolutely amazing. Oh my word, that gun. Holy smokes. That gun is something else. I wish I could put that gun on my mouse. I'd put that gun on my Object 704. That would be great. Anyway, guys, I definitely enjoyed this battle. I enjoyed playing it, and I had a great time in that platoon with Nab and Crew Dog. Both really good players, really fun to play with. So I look forward to more games with QSF. I'm really having a good time about it. Anyway, guys, until next time, just remember, you can never have enough big guns.